Hey Fiends, this is Anatheman von Stichtenstein. If you don't know who these guys are, legendary band Ex-Voto. How are you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Great, man. We just got through rocking.
Yeah, it was a great show. It was an amazing show.
We had a good time. It was fun.
Now, I will admit that about a year ago, I had not heard of you guys. I had heard of you guys, but I had not heard you. And I've heard some of the tracks, finally got some CDs going, and wow, that stage performance was just breathtaking.
Thank you. I hope you got some of it on video.
Oh yeah, we did.
Cool. Awesome.
I got at least a good solid 10 minutes.
Cool. Can't wait to
Which
see that.
will be on this review, this interview.
Cool. That's fantastic.
So, for my members who don't know who you guys are, what would you describe your music as?
Well, I started off in punk rock bands, and then I started playing something that was different, and in LA they started calling this Deathrock as an insult. And then after that changed, people started calling us goth bands. So I don't really know what to call us. I've just been taking it one step at a time. I mean, I started off in a punk rock band called the Nobodies. We used to play the Adolescents, Agent Orange, all those bands in New York City. Grew up there. And then I went one step further than that because I thought we could actually change music.
Well, what actually inspires you guys?
Everything in life, especially, it inspires me. Most of the songs are my, basically my viewpoint on life and situations that have happened to me over the years.
So would you say that your music is very intimate?
Yes, it's almost every song that we do is about something that's happened to me in my life at some point.
He won't tell you though, because he doesn't like that when people say what something's about. He often has people come up and tell him, oh, I totally know what that song's about, and we'll give him this long description. It's nothing that he had in mind when he wrote it, but he won't tell them because he wants people to experience it how they experience it.
More like you listen to it and you relate to it.
You get out of it what you get out of it. I know what I got out of it when I wrote it. I knew what I was purging when I wrote it. And whatever it means to you is exactly what it's supposed to mean.
You guys have been around for a while too. If I remember right, you guys have been around since the early 80s?
Yeah, 1982 is when I started this band.
Alright. So, how do you feel about, well, you guys were around for the original goth rock punk scene, and how do you feel about it? Yeah, you guys did. That's very, very true. That is 100% true, guys. That is very true. Which is part of the reason why I'm absolutely just so stoked to do this interview, to talk to people who actually started something that I like, to actually help build on it. It's amazing.
Yeah, when we started this band, it was mostly a punk rock scene at that time. And they would try to make fun of us and call us death rock bands like us and Christian Death, 45 Brave. They, the hardcore punks didn't like us. They were more into Black Flag and stuff and thought that we were, I don't know. It's kind of like the way, how kind of the way emo bands got treated, and that's what they try to treat us like stepchildren. But we never let it stop us. We just kept playing,
Well, I had some talks with some of you earlier about how you guys are doing this more for the love of the music than actual any profit. What exactly has kept this, you guys as artists going for such a long time?
Just the people that are into us. I mean, there's a lot of people in Europe that are like very into our band. That's where most of our record sales come from. Places like that in Mexico, and then the West Coast and the East Coast. But everything in between is pretty much nil. But there's still people that are totally into our band, and as long as they're into our band, and it's not like we could just stop playing music anyways,
It's in your blood.
Yeah. So,
well, I've heard talk, and you know, I know a lot of talk is mostly wrong, but I've heard talk that there is actually written material for another album.
It's getting there, slowly. We just had 2 kids, so it's kind of slowed the pace down a little bit. Having to make the studio out in a separate building from the house now.
Yeah.
So that's taking some time, but it's coming along. There's a few songs. Whether they make the album or not, I don't know. We don't have a name for it yet, which is really, that's really weird for us, because normally we have the name way before we have the music for the album, but we don't have it. But it'll come. It's going to happen.
And the dynamic of the group of having male, female vocals, you know, obviously you have the amazing guitar tracks and everything, and the drum machine. What exactly made you guys decide to go with the instruments that you did?
Well, as far as adding female vocals, it's like, it's when Heather's joined the band and she can sing probably better than I can, it's like, why not exploit that for every bit it's worth? So she actually sings one song that's from another band that we did together called Our Angels, and she does one song from album, our last album, Antioch. I let her sing it just because, you know, she's a great singer and we need to, you know, expose that to everybody else.
Hello, Chris Hex.
Speak, Chris, speak.
So, and I have to agree with you. She is an amazing vocalist.
And we also have a 4th member that's not with us. She's still in LA.
She is still a member of the band.
Yeah, Linda is still a member of the band. She still plays when she can make it. You know, of course, a lot of our local shows she can't make it for. The money's not there to fly her out from LA. Yeah. But on our bigger shows, she flies in and plays the shows.
She and Larry are the 2 original members.
And do you guys have any plans for any future shows right now?
Nothing right now. What do you got, Chris?
Well, I keep hearing people from LA saying, hey, when are Ex-Voto coming back?
Yeah, we actually do. There's a guy right now that used to play guitar, it's Mark Allen, who's putting together a show in LA. Hopefully it's going to be next September. It'll be like us, Green Fortina, FK, all the bands that used to play at the Crypt back in the early 80s. So he's working on that right now, trying to get that together. I just talked to him the other night. So that's probably going to happen next September, hopefully, that he'll be able to get that together.
That definitely it'll be kind a big, trip in time.
Yeah, it'll be like a Crypt reunion where it'll be all the old bands from the Crypt. Hopefully he'll be able to get Paris to play with his new band. You know, he did a lot of stuff with Roz from Roz from Live. So it should be a good show.
And talking about the fact that you guys helped create the scene in the first place, how do you feel the scene is doing right now, with all honesty?
Well, it's doing a lot better than it did 10 years ago.
Apparently that was last call.
Yeah, it's doing a lot better than it was doing 10 years ago. I mean, you know, we played Wake the Dead, we played, Drop Dead Festival. So things have been coming back, you know. The scene's gotten a lot stronger in San Antonio, it's starting to pick up in Dallas. So it's coming back.
That's good to know.
It's good for us, it's good for an old guy like me.
Yeah. And trust me, people like me just getting into this music definitely want to see you guys.
And you know, that makes me excited because, like, not just you, but other people tonight tell me, you know, what a great show we did and stuff. And you know, not making any bones about it, I'm probably old enough to be most of the guys' dad or grandfather, one of the 2. You know, and that to me, that's really cool. You know, that people are appreciating the stuff that I did so long ago, and some of the stuff we play I didn't do that very long ago, but it's all in the same vein. It's really cool, you know. I had a long conversation with a guy tonight, you know, he's like, man, you're as old as my dad. It's just so weird because I can't imagine my dad playing on stage, you know. Well, he could have if he would have been in his class. But, so yeah, I like it a lot. I like it a lot that younger kids are getting into it. And I like the fact that finally it's not just a revival, but but there's actually some newer bands coming out. Because for the longest time, it was just a revival. It was just everybody, you know, rehashing stuff. And it's like only people were interested in our older albums. Nobody's interested in newer stuff. And now you have bands like Peeling Gray and stuff that people that are newer bands that people get excited about. And that's just healthy for everybody. You know, that just makes the scene that much more healthier when you have young kids not only into it, but young kids that are doing bands. You know?
Yeah, one of the newer, like darker punk Deathrock bands that I really enjoy and person I'm with really enjoys is Moral Hex. So I completely understand that
it's good. That's very good for the scene. You know, it's very good for the scene. It's very good for the scene. There's more clubs happening. You know, for a while it was like a lot of the clubs tried to have total like exclusivity on the whole scene. And that's not good for it. It's healthy for everybody to be doing a club, for everybody to be having bands. That's the way it grows. You know, when you have more than one person that's doing a band. Because you already see just here in Houston, the local negativity from other well-established clubs in Houston that are trying to squish something that's no threat to them at all. And that's what kills the scene, you know? It's like, everybody should have room for everybody, you know? Punk rock, gothic rock, 80s, whatever. It all makes all of us stronger, you know? And it's just really sad to see people like try to throw roadblocks up to trip other people out.
Words of unity. I mean, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I've seen it too.
Yep. And it's a shame. But hopefully we're past that now, you know? But I've seen Chris's events grow more and more all the time. That's really good. I mean, we used to do stuff with him down on Main Street. There was limited inventory, and it's gotten bigger and bigger. So, good for him.
Yeah, I remember those times in Main Street. Natsuo's, yeah.
So yeah, Chris has always been in there, hanging in there. So hopefully good things will come to him for sticking it out. You know.
Do you have anything for my viewers to be on the lookout for, or any new merchandise, anything like that?
Not really, not this time. I mean, like I said, I just had 2 kids. I mean, I know it's pretty late in life, but now they're getting older, so I'll be able to start getting back into writing some more stuff and get some more stuff going. And
how do they feel about the fact that you're a musician and actually very looked up to by?
Oh, my oldest boy, he's only 2, is just starting to get to where he tries to play with us when we're rehearsing. He's got his own microphone.
He's got some new stuff coming out.
Yeah. So I went to some competition in the house before long.
Ex-Voto featuring.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, that's cool, you know, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for interviewing us. It was great.
Oh no, thank you for
Talk to somebody.
Thank you for doing it with me. I mean, I will not sit here and pretend that I know everything about you guys, but it's just sitting.
If you did, it would make it kind of boring because you'd have the same old questions you always get asked.
True. I always like to go into interviews and not actually have it pre-prepared and just.
That's probably a good idea.
I love coming at it as just, you know, I look up to someone, I like to hear what they have to say, and just have a good conversation usually.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate you guys getting me. It was great being here. We had a great time tonight. It was a great show. Great opening act. It was fun. We had a blast. Yep. Thank you.
Any closing words for my members?
I have none.
We're tired. We're old. We're tired. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Brush your teeth twice a day and always wear sunscreen.
That's right. Wear clean underwear.
Goth words of wisdom. Alright, great. Alright, well, this is Anatheman on Stitch's side. Obviously, this is Ex-Voto. Stay creepy, guys.
All right.